Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we're going to do the unboxing and have a first look at this Samsung Galaxy Grand 2, which is a successor to the very popular Grand, and this Grand 2 improves upon the Grand 1 a lot. It has an improved screen. It's finally a 720p HD screen. It comes with a quad-core processor. So let's do the unboxing and have a first look at the Grand 2. So this is the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 box, and it's an Indian specific package. Hence you see that it says that it includes 11 Indian languages. If you purchase this in some other countries, it will be different. On the back, it just gives a brief info. It's a quad band phone, and the CPU is a 1.2 gigahertz. And the good thing is it's now a Qualcomm based Snapdragon processor. Also, it says that it's a 5.2 inch screen, 8 megapixel camera, and the battery also has been improved. Now we do get a 2600 milliampere battery. Before I break the seal, let me also talk about the pricing info. As you can see on the box, the pricing quoted here is 24,890, but I purchased this unit from Faisal Communications for 22,500. Again, the pricing of these cell phones vary a lot in India, so I'll have the link of Flipkart in the show notes so that you can get the current pricing. So let's quickly just break the seal and let's open up this Galaxy Grand 2, and we do get the Grand 2 itself. Let me take it out. We'll come back to this a bit later. Let's quickly look at what else do we get. We do get a pamphlet, and the model number is SMG712. A standard USB to micro USB cable. We also have ear tips, and these are the earphones. Again, this is the YT type that we are getting with most of the Samsung phones these days. And this is the battery itself. Let me take that out. And we also have a charger. So let me take out the charger. The charger this time looks premium quality. It's actually the same one, I think so, if I'm not wrong, that came with the Samsung Galaxy S4. No, actually it's a different, it's just a 1 milliampere charger. The Galaxy S4 charger was 2 milliampere. So let's keep all these things to the side and let's look at the interesting thing, that's the handset. And this is the Galaxy Grand 2, and let me take out these protective covers first. Here also we have one on the back. Let me just take that out. Yes. And the good thing is that we are now getting this fake leather that we saw on the Note 3. Let me just give you an idea. Let me do a close-up so that you can get a better idea. And as you can see, it's fake leather, but it gives a good texture. It provides a lot more grip, I would say. The camera is still a 8 megapixel camera. Opening here for the speaker, LED flash, Samsung branding. On the front, again, it's typical Samsung fare. Let's quickly pop open the battery. We have an indent over here, and let's put in the battery and do the first boot. Again, it's the same plastic back that we get. And again, this one also accepts 2 micro SIM cards. It's a dual SIM phone, and also you can add a micro SD card here. So let's pop in the battery. Again, the battery is a 2600 milliampere battery. So let me just pop this in, and the battery goes in here. I'll add the SIM card and the micro SD card later on. Let's just do the first boot for this device, and it snaps in. And before we start, let me give you a physical overview. Here we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and we also have a Qualcomm sticker denoting that it has a Snapdragon processor. Again, this is that fake chrome finish that we see on most of the Samsung phone. This is actually plastic, not metal. The power on off button, and on the bottom we have the microphone and the micro USB slot for charging. On this end we just have the volume rocker. And let's try to boot this one, and this will be the first boot for this Grand 2, and the model number is SMG7102. And we also have a front facing camera that's a 1.9 megapixel. We also have sensors, and again, let me just quickly set this up. And again, as you can see, we do have a lot of Indian languages that are supplied. So let me just quickly set this up and I'll be back. And it quickly connected to my Wi-Fi network. Let me just quickly set up the time, etc. And we have to accept this terms and conditions. And you can create a Samsung account. I'm not going to do that. I'll set up my Google account later on. And yes, we can customize our phone if you want. I won't do that right now. And again, we do get 50 GB of cloud storage courtesy of Dropbox. You can sign in and you'll get that. This is cloud storage, guys, and we can name our device. It's done. And I think so we are done now. Actually, the screen is pretty bright, so let me quickly adjust the brightness. Yeah, it's on full brightness. We do have auto sensor also, so that's nice. And as you can see, again, the quality of the screen has definitely improved, I would say, compared to the original Grand. This one is a 720p HD screen, and the viewing angles are also actually pretty good. So a huge improvement on the screen. Let's quickly look at the Android version that we get. Again, it also has the multi-window function, smart stay, and these options. Let's go to settings now, and let's go to about. And as you can see, it comes out of the box with the Android version 4.3, that is Jelly Bean. I do believe that this handset is also going to get the KitKat update in a couple of months. So let's also look at the storage. We did not add a micro SD card as of now, so let's look at the storage that we get. And out of that 8 GB, the available free space that we get is 4.81 GB. I'll also add a micro SD card later on, but I doubt that you can install apps on the SD card. Again, stay tuned for my full review. I'll test that later on. Again, the battery also, as I told you, has been bumped up. Now we have a 2600 milliampere battery. Let me also show you some other features. For example, let's go to devices, and we do have multi-windows support. We have to switch this on like this, and let's look at the display. Again, screen timeout, all the standard things. Brightness, we do have auto brightness, as I told you, and we can also show the battery percentage. That's nice. And as you can see, we have enabled the multi-window, so that's also there. So let's look at the apps that are installed. Again, one more thing is that we have seen this in the Note 3. We do have the magazine like this. If we do this, you get this magazine view, so that's there. I'm not a big fan of this one, but that is there. And let's just move that, and let's look at the apps that are preloaded. Again, Samsung specific apps. Some of the apps, these are again music, video player, are Samsung specific. Again, Google specific apps. Also, they have already created folders. So as you can see, many of the Samsung apps are there, and these are Galaxy Plus apps, and these are Google specific apps. And that's it. Again, regarding the feel, it's a very typical Samsung phone. The home button is here, and we do have these two touch type capacitive buttons. And as we are connected to my Wi-Fi network, actually it started to download something. It's downloading the English dictionary automatically, so that's nice. So let's look at the web browser, and we'll use this default web browser that comes. Again, the good thing is that it has 1.5 GB of RAM, so it should be a lot more responsive. And compared to the original Grand, now this one has a quad-core processor. That's a Snapdragon 400 processor clocked at 1.2 GHz, and the GPU is a Adreno 305. So it'll be interesting to see how it handles games. Let's just quickly go to our website. This is the standard keyboard that we get, and the good thing is that we have a dedicated row for the numbers. I always appreciate that. So let's go to tech2buzz.com. It's actually very easy to type, and as you can see, it loaded our website actually very quickly. And again, as expected, pinch to zoom is smooth, no issues. And let's open up one of the stories. Let's open this one. It has a YouTube video, so let's see how it handles that. And let me maximize the volume. Oops. Let me maximize the media volume to max, and let's play with this video. Hi, this is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and in this video we're going to do the review for this Logitech Mini Boom Box, which is a Bluetooth speaker system, and we'll also compare it with the JBL Flood. So this is the Mini Boom Box. So as you can see, it handled it without any issues. So initial impressions, the web browsing also looks decent. Again, to give you an idea, I have some other phones. For example, this is the Nexus 5, which has a 5-inch screen, and definitely the Grand 2 is slightly taller compared to the Nexus. For example, as you can see, it is a little bit taller. Again, I appreciate this. Only time will tell how this will hold, but it's giving a very good grip compared to the Grand one. The Grand one, it was a very plasticky back and very glossy, and it did not provide a great grip, but looks like this one will have a great grip, but only time will tell how well it handles dirt. And let's try this gesture. Yeah, again, we do get the same 7 home screens, And initially it's looking pretty responsive, but again, nothing is loaded on this phone. I need to test this a lot more. So let me also show you quickly the camera. The camera is the same 8 megapixel shooter, and I think so we will have the new camera interface that we saw in the Galaxy S4 and Note 3S. We do have the modes here. You can easily change the modes. I like this one a lot compared to other vendors. And we do have, for example, the touch to focus and all those things. As you can see, yeah, we do have that. And we took these 2 snaps. I'll actually make a dedicated video regarding the camera performance. This one came out to be a little bit blurry, but this one was pretty sharp, I would say, considering that we took it in completely artificial light. So as you can see from the initial hands-on impressions, this handset looks great, but I'll be testing this Grand 2 a lot. I'll be using this as my primary handset for the next few days. I'll also be producing an in-depth gaming review with this Grand 2. I'll also be producing an in-depth camera review regarding the 8 megapixel camera. I'll shoot a lot of pictures in varying light conditions and also videos so that you can judge the camera quality. And later on, I'll also be producing an in-depth review for the Grand 2. So if you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the same. Thank you for watching this video. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.